Beneath the waves, below the sunlight zone, there lies a realm almost alien to human life. A world of crushing pressure and eternal darkness.
For decades, humanity gazed towards the stars, believing space was the final, unexplored, next great frontier. But the Pentagon saw something else entirely. A vast, strategic battlefield hidden right beneath our very feet.
This is the story of Abyss Protocol, a highly classified United States Navy operation to secure total control.
The mission: dominate the ocean floor before America's rivals even realize exactly what is happening down there.
Forget aircraft carriers and forget the massive missile silos. These are the weapons of the last century.
The next great war might not be fought in the skies, but instead in the deep, cold, dark.
This is Abyss Protocol.
It began as whispers in the intelligence community. Deep-sea cables were mysteriously cut off the coast of Norway.
Russian submersibles spotted near internet hubs. Chinese drones were mapping strategic seabeds in the vast Pacific Ocean.
These were not random accidents or simple malfunctions. They were deliberate, targeted reconnaissance missions by rival powers.
They were silent probes in what military analysts have now dubbed the new underwater Cold War.
For the United States Navy, the sudden realization of this new threat was absolutely chilling to observe.
Control of the seabed meant control of everything: data, global communication, energy, and even navigation systems. That's when the Navy activated an obscure division known only by its code name, Abyss Command. Officially, according to all public records and military budgets, this obscure division simply did not exist.
Its mission was clear: create the technology, fleet, and strategy to dominate the deep ocean first.
At a naval research facility in Keyport, Washington, engineers began developing something truly extraordinary and revolutionary. They designed autonomous deep-sea drones capable of descending 6 miles or more beneath the ocean's surface.
Codenamed Kraken Units, these submersibles were built not for exploration, but for surveillance and targeted sabotage.
Each unit carries an advanced AI core, capable of identifying undersea cables and mapping valuable mineral deposits. It can even plant acoustic beacons or other devices, all without any direct human intervention.
By 2022, entire prototype fleets were being tested in the crushing depths of the Mariana Trench.
These tests were disguised as simple geological surveys conducted by the U.S. Geological Service.
Their true mission was to map the undersea highways of communication, the world's hidden data infrastructure.
And to prepare those highways for something far more ambitious: total, full-spectrum dominance and control.
Sources close to naval intelligence described Abyss Command's work as the Manhattan Project of the Deep.
More than 95% of the world's internet travels through undersea fiber optic cables, stretching across thousands of miles.
Whoever controls those cables controls information. In wartime, that means intelligence, command networks, and financial markets.
The Abyss Protocol's first phase was to create a system capable of locating, tapping, or severing any data line.
Enter the EchoNet system, a network of AI-driven sonar pods placed near major undersea junctions.
These pods detect minute vibrations, identify drone movements, and transmit encrypted data to U.S. naval satellites.
By 2025, EchoNet covered strategic choke points, forming what military insiders dubbed America's invisible ocean wall.
But the Abyss Protocol was not just about surveillance and data collection. It was about deterrence. At the heart of the program lies something far more ominous: the powerful, hidden Poseidon Nodes.
Each node is a fusion-powered platform, armed with electromagnetic pulse emitters and micro-drone swarms. These nodes can neutralize intruding submersibles, or disable enemy communication networks before a missile is even launched. To the public, these platforms do not exist. To America's adversaries, they are a nightmare.
A senior intelligence officer once said, "The U.S. Navy doesn't just rule the seas anymore."
It owns the silence, the darkness, and the crushing, vast, strategic emptiness that lies beneath them.
But as America digs deeper into the abyss, one critical question remains. What happens when someone else finds out?
Because somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, China is building something new to fight back against this.
Far across the Pacific Ocean, in the depths of the stormy South China Sea, another force was awakening. For years, U.S. intelligence had underestimated Beijing's undersea ambitions. While Washington focused on carriers, China was building. Beneath artificial islands, under rock, Chinese engineers constructed hidden research domes and deep-sea command bunkers.
These bunkers housed entire fleets of advanced robotic submersibles. Their project was known internally as Project Longshen.
At its heart, thousands of autonomous underwater drones linked by quantum communication relays.
Unlike traditional radio waves, these signals cannot be jammed, they cannot be traced, or even intercepted.
China's goal was clear: create an invisible ocean empire, a counter to America's powerful Abyss protocol.
The first signs of confrontation came in whispers. Abnormal sonar interference was detected near Guam.
A deep-sea cable relay went offline for precisely 7 minutes, and then came back, rewritten.
To the untrained eye, it was nothing but a minor glitch. To Abyss Command, it was war.
Inside the classified control room at Whidbey Island, red alerts flared across the tactical map.
The EchoNet sensors, once silent, were now pinging from the Mariana Trench to the Philippine Basin.
Something was moving down there in the dark, and it was moving with purpose and intention.
The U.S. Navy dispatched a stealth submersible, USS Leviathan, equipped with deep reconnaissance AI.
For 3 days, the Leviathan descended deep into blackness. Its orders: track the anomaly and stay invisible.
Sonar showed multiple heat signatures. Autonomous drones, hundreds of them, all moving in perfect, tight formation.
This was China's Crimson Swarm, an underwater drone network powered by biohybrid propulsion systems.
When the Leviathan tried to transmit its findings back, the signal was instantly jammed.
When it resurfaced, its hull was scarred with microabrasions. But the data it carried changed everything.
The Leviathan's logs revealed a chilling truth. The Chinese drones were not just patrolling, they were listening.
Project Longshen had developed neural sonar arrays, capable of decoding the acoustic patterns of American drones.
They could identify their AI fingerprints, predict their next moves. This was true machine versus machine warfare.
In response, the Pentagon launched Operation Deep Veil, a classified counter-program designed to re-encrypt all undersea communication.
They used adaptive AI mimicry, changing digital signatures in real time. America's drones began to lie, altering their sonar identities to appear as fish, random wreckage, or even as Chinese machines themselves.
It was a high-stakes cat-and-mouse game played at the bottom of the world, where light cannot reach.
The ocean had become the new cyberspace. The enemy was not flesh and blood. It was algorithm versus algorithm.
But there was another layer to the conflict, one that had nothing to do with data. Beneath the Pacific floor lies an untouched treasure, vast deposits of cobalt, manganese, and rare earth metals. These are vital for building batteries, missiles, and advanced electronics. Whichever nation extracts them first wins.
That's when the U.S. Navy deployed Harbinger platforms, massive robotic miners equipped with dual AI cores. One core was for extraction, and the other AI core was strictly for defense of the platform. Officially, these were part of civilian energy exploration projects. Unofficially, they were heavily fortified military bases. In 2027, one Harbinger unit reported interference near the Tonga Trench. Navy analysts examined the footage. They discovered a silhouette, distinctly non-American, a Chinese deep-sea rig, operating just beyond international law.
2 days later, the entire Harbinger system went completely dark. The silent war had begun.
As superpowers battle for dominance below the waves, a new question arises from the deep.
What happens when the ocean itself, the Abyss, finally begins to fight back against the intruders? In our next segment, The Abyss Strikes Back, we reveal how nature, AI, and power begin to collide. This is a new war that all of humanity was never truly prepared to fight.
For centuries, humans have regarded the ocean as a silent ally, a resource to be taken.
But the Abyss Protocol taught us a dangerous lesson. The deeper you dig, the less control you have. Sensors on Harbinger platforms began reporting anomalies, microquakes, unexplained pressure shifts, and electromagnetic pulses.
At first, engineers assumed sabotage, but the patterns were organic. The ocean itself seemed to react.
Marine biologists warned that deep-sea species, some with bioelectrical systems unknown to science, were being affected.
They were perhaps being weaponized by the energy fields from the platforms. The Abyss was fighting back. Meanwhile, the AI fleets of the Abyss Protocol and Project Longshen continued their silent, digital duel.
Undersea volcanic vents erupted in unexpected patterns, shifting seabeds and damaging both American and Chinese drones.
Currents changed, magnetic fields fluctuated, and the quantum sensors aboard the submarines registered unexplainable anomalies. Engineers realized a terrifying truth. The ocean was not just a battlefield. It was an unpredictable participant.
For the first time, the concept of control was questioned. Could a machine truly dominate this realm?
In early 2028, near the Mariana Trench, the two superpowers unknowingly converged their fleets in the same zone.
An uncharted hydrothermal vent erupted, sending debris, minerals, and sudden pressure waves through the area. Drones collided, AI misinterpreted data, and the first undersea battlefield anomaly occurred. Both fleets were disabled.
The Pentagon and Beijing watched in real time from their command centers, completely powerless to do anything.
Their most advanced weapons had become victims of a force neither had accounted for: the ocean itself.
For months, the Abyss claimed the machines. Entire programs were rewritten. The silent war became a cautionary tale.
The ocean is not conquered. It is a force that must be negotiated with, never controlled.
In the aftermath of the disaster, both nations were forced to recognize a new, harsh reality.
Technology alone cannot dominate the deep. Even AI-driven drones must account for unpredictable natural phenomena.
The Abyss Protocol is evolving, integrating environmental intelligence, adaptive AI, and predictive oceanography. International agreements are quietly forming as superpowers negotiate access, research, and resource rights. The oceans remain contested, but one thing is clear: the future of naval warfare is deeply submerged.
The Abyss Protocol revealed a simple truth: dominance is never absolute. Control is temporary, fleeting, and always challenged.
From AI submarines to robotic miners, the silent war beneath the waves has only just begun. As nations race to the bottom, one lesson echoes: the ocean is alive and will have the final word.
In its silent depths,